Okay, it's Goji time once again. Or actually, Goji in name only, Gino, or Zilla. This is Bandai Movie Monster Series, Godzilla 1998. And we're going to get a nice card here. It's in blue and purple and black. It's going to have Zilla here, or Godzilla, as the movie was called. Basically peering around the building in New York. You're going to have a silhouette on the back of the dorsal plates, and there's a picture right there of Zilla on the inside, a silhouette of Zilla. They're calling this figure Godzilla, which technically this is. This is, the 98 movie, which was basically, the first American attempt at Godzilla since the 56 movie with Raymond Burr. And, I think safe to say, looking back on it now, they really dropped the ball on it. Simply put, this is not the Godzilla that we all know and love. Was the movie decent? Yeah, it was okay. It was entertaining. It was shticky. There was a lot of stupid humor. Matthew Broderick, the reporter, the whole nine, the camera guy, stupid jokes all around. But it did keep people entertained. They spent a ton of money marketing and promoting it. And, it did okay. And, of course, Japan hated it, and everybody that has been a Godzilla fan their whole life could see why Japan didn't like it. It really didn't keep up with what Godzilla looked like. The origin of him in the movie is he's an iguana. You know what I mean? And we all know that that's not the Japanese origin of Godzilla. He's a dinosaur. He's not an iguana. So, and then, he doesn't, this is probably the weakest iteration of Godzilla on film. He doesn't spit atomic breath. He was, spoiler alert, easily killed in the movie. You know what I mean? They hooked him in the bridge, shot him with a few missiles, dead. You know what I mean? Where that would have never worked on the real Godzilla. That led to Japan making the Millennium Series movies. It also led to them getting the license for, what they officially named Zilla in Godzilla Final Wars. And they had the actual Godzilla just, since that movie was Godzilla ripping through monsters, they had Godzilla absolutely wreck Zilla in about 5 seconds, blasted him into oblivion with his atomic breath, hit a home run with him against a building, blasted him into oblivion with his atomic breath, and, that was that. And then we didn't get another Godzilla movie from America till the 2014 movie, where they definitely righted the wrongs. But here we have it, you know what I mean? This is the movie monster version of Zilla, and it looks pretty cool, if we could just accept it as Zilla, it's a very, very simple figure, which sometimes I kind of like that. I kind of like less is more. You're certainly not going to get paint to the tip of the tail here, with the dorsal plates. You're going to get what I feel is a very nice blue that bleeds into the gray here. This is like a mid-colored gray throughout the whole figure. The eyes are fairly well done. The teeth are fairly well done. I'm loving the detail on it. I like the detail, like the skin on the legs and arms and biceps and shoulders. I love, the spikiness of the dorsal plates with the beautiful blue. And a very nice black paint on the fingernails and toenails. Yeah, so you're going to get 4 toes here on Godzilla. And, yeah, I mean, the look of it is pretty cool. The eyes are, like, fairly decent. Like, they're like an orange. The teeth are nice. They're individually painted. The tongue is basically just going to be a gray. You can see it in there. It's not bad, but it's gray like the rest of the figure. So it's simple. It's a simple design, but it actually looks very good. And to me, the sculpting on the face and head and neck area and stuff, and the dorsal plates around on his head and leading up to his eyes, and also the detail on his neck are fantastic. You're going to get a little of that blue that's on the dorsal plates on the neck and chest area, as you can see right here. And it's a quite nice looking figure, I got to be honest with you. That's right off the bat. It's a looker. It's good. I say that a lot. Less is more, you know. So I didn't hate this movie, you know what I mean? I was entertained by it when I watched it. And it's okay, I don't know. Is it the worst Godzilla movie? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's the worst movie. It's okay. It's just not... It's not like our Godzilla. That's an indestructible force of nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, and has atomic breath. You know what I mean? This does not. This is a fish-eating iguana, basically. So, you know, very, very different from Godzilla. If you can accept that, okay. I do understand, though, that for a lot of people, you know, like, that are younger than I am, this was their introduction to Godzilla. So, you know, they might have a different opinion based on nostalgia about that, but I don't know. So let's pose him. Let's see what he could do. Sometimes I like to kick it off right away with a tail off the ground pose. You know what I'm saying? Just to test the articulation and what it could do. And that's very nice. That is a cool, creeping tail off the ground pose. You know, this conveys... Kudos to Bandai. This is a well-done figure. Whether you like Zilla or not, this is an eye-catcher. It looks really nice. It conveys Zilla from the movie. That right there looks like him creeping around NYC right there. Like he's about to pop his head around the building. Awesome. Really, really nice pose. I think this figure is quite nice. You can really get a nice running pose here. You know what I mean? And his legs like really allow for it to look like he's running. That's nice. Look at that, man. And they stretch out pretty wide to give it an even more of an effect like he's running. Super cool. I'll show you what he looks like with his arms up like that. Pretty cool, pretty menacing actually. I like the way they did the hands and the claws. That looks really nice, like he's about to tear into you. You know, really, really cool. Something like really, scary and menacing about this Godzilla, even though it was the weakest iteration of Godzilla. I like the face. I like the face and the claws on this figure. I like the way it looks like it's about to just dig his claws into you. Super cool. Okay, we can get a nice crawling on all fours pose here. Okay, the way the legs are smooth. The leg articulation and arm articulation are smooth, but specifically the legs. It allows for you to do these several poses. You're not going to get a tremendous amount of poses. It's a Bandai vinyl, but it's allowing you to put them in several nice ones, and you can see that. You can see how wide the legs spread to allow for a crawling on all fours pose. Awesome. And with a little bit of balance, we could get him into a nice foot stomping pose right here. So, you know, most of the standard poses are pretty good right here. That works. That looks nice. So the functionality of the limited articulation looks good. Would be really nice if they gave us head articulation, but hey, what are you going to do? The sculpt of the head, look at that. Look at the detail on the sides of his face and stuff. The sculpt of the head is excellent. Underneath the neck, look at that detail, man. So that's when a vinyl is detailed like this, it makes up for the lack of articulation that comes with getting a vinyl. And that little amount of blue paint, oops, on the dorsal plate and on his neck are just fantastic, man. Look at that, bro. It's just a subtle blue, and it looks really beautiful. It makes the figure pop super nicely. You know what I mean? Simple, simple. I love it. Less is more. I always say that works with especially on vinyl. The sculpting is so beautiful here, and that blue mixes in with that gray so nicely. Okay, so there's not too much more I could say with this guy. But do I recommend it? Yes, very much so. Very much so. It's a sharp-looking figure. It is a beautiful piece of vinyl. Straight up and down, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. It's just, how much do you guys like Zilla? Is it really that important to you to add to the collection? You know, if you're a collector, I think this figure is a must-have. It's just really nice. It's a nice piece of vinyl to put on your shelf if you like collecting Bandai vinyl. And that's the bottom line. You can't have this figure in front of you and not be impressed by it. You know what I mean? It's just everything about it. It's so screen accurate to me. It just conveys Zilla so well. And it's a beautiful figure. So like the goddamn video, subscribe to my channel, go out, get you some Zilla, and I'll be back at you with another one soon. Peace.